Hey everybody, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, I'm Mercury. So today it's packing day. It is packing day. It's time. It's time to get ready to sail away. So I'll sail away. Gonna sail away. It's gonna be a fun trip. Yes. Yes. I am just so close to going on a cruise at this point. It is so exciting, so fantastic, but I gotta wrap things up. I gotta get all of my stuff into my suitcase. I gotta be ready. I gotta be ready. So let me show you how I pack, some tips and tricks that I have for packing for a cruise. Let's do this. Come on, let's pack. So first things first, I have made a packing list. So it includes things like my clothing, my bathroom stuff. Basically, the way I go through this is sort of like head, shoulders, knees, and toes. You know, it's like, do I need a hat? Do I need hairbrush? And like I start at the top and I work down. What do I need? And I make a list and I sort my list by whether it has to get packed, go in the carry-on, or if it's something I'm going to wear. So things like my sneakers, my hip pack, my passport, wallet, and cell phone, those are all going to be on me. Whereas some of these other things will be in different areas. The thing that I like about doing a packing list first is like, I'm going to forget something. I know I'm going to forget something. I almost always forget something, but I don't forget it after I leave the house. I forget it when it's here. I forget it on the list. But because like I've put it there first, it minimizes the chance of me actually leaving the apartment without it, because it gives me time to sort of like process and think about like, did I forget anything? Is there something else I'm going to need? Is there something similar? Like I put hairbrush on the list and then I'm like, oh, I also need a toothbrush, right? Like brush and brush. It made my brain think of that. So because I put it here, it makes it much less likely for me to forget things. So that is my Mercury tip number 1 for packing for vacation, or in this particular case, going on a cruise. Let's keep going. Now it's time for Mercury tip number 2. Packing cubes. Packing cubes. I got turned on to packing cubes maybe a year ago. They're not a necessity, but I find that they make it easier. I find that they compress all of my stuff and it makes it fit easier. I find that it also keeps it organized. So it's like I put pants in one and shirts in another. Like it keeps things together and organized. And then like when I'm ready to go home, like I could also have a separate one for duties. I'm a fan of the packing cubes. And honestly, before I use them, I was like anti-packing cube. I was like, I don't get it. It's not going to change the mass, right? Like science, like the mass is the mass. It doesn't change the mass. But what it does is it smooshes air out of the way and makes bulkier things a little less bulky. And because of that, it keeps them very organized and flat and gets things like where they need to be. I like them. I find that they work for me. I know people that they don't work for, so this is very, very personal as to whether or not packing cubes are going to be right for you. But for me, I like using packing cubes. So let's do it. So my packing cube set comes with all of these cubes. And then that's like a shoe bag, so I keep like the dirty soles off of my clothing. And then I have like a large packing cube and 2 medium packing cubes, and then a smaller cube. And then this is just like a pouch. And it also comes with a toiletry pouch as well, which is already in the bathroom. So time to get packing. I have all my clothes back here, and I'm going to start to fold them up, get them organized, put them in. So the first cube that I packed is the smallest cube, actually. And the reason why I did this is that what I like to do is put a few items that are going to go into my carry-on. So if, heaven forbid, worst case scenario, I got separated from my luggage, I'm not left without some of my basics. So in here, I have my swimsuit, I have a few t-shirts, I have a pair of pants, I have pajamas, and, some undies and, just the basics. I have some of the basics. So I put that into this cube just in case. just in case, because I don't want to get separated from my luggage. But if that were to happen, this is how I'm going to combat that. I'm actually going to put one more t-shirt into that packing cube, and it's this one. Now, the reason I'm bringing this shirt in particular, I found out they're having a white party, which is like everybody wears white clothing, and sometimes they do like projections and things, so that way like the clothing stands out. So there's a white clothing night, and my little goth heart does not really own a lot of white clothing. I have colors, I have reds, and I have blacks. I don't have a lot of whites. But when I do have whites, it's Alice Cooper. It's an Alice Cooper t-shirt. Yeah, that's the back. Yeah, so that's my shirt for the white party. Now I'm going to show you how I get this massive pile to fit, because this will close. Come from the other side. And we just adjust. Voila. All of that just fit in here. So that is 3 shirts, a pair of pants, a pair of pajamas, a couple of days of undies, socks, and a bathing suit. And it'll fit easy peasy in my carry-on. And that is why packing cubes work for me. I'm able to get so much into such a small space, and then it holds it in place. And then I could just put the cube right into the luggage. So I'm gonna pack up the rest of my cubes, and I'm gonna keep going. So here's the question, will it fit? Can I get this all into one packing cube? This is all in my large packing cube. And I'm going to see if I could get this to close. I'm not sure. If I can't, it's okay. I'll spread it out to another packing cube. But this was sort of an experiment of if I could do this and get everything that was remaining into this one larger cube. Also, you'll notice I have a black towel here. There's a very good reason for that. I recently refreshed my hair. And when I wash my hair, it bleeds out pink. It makes things pink. And within the first 2 weeks of a refresh, I will stain towels, and I don't want to stain hotel towels. So if you use demi-permanent hair color and you don't want to stain hotel towels and risk being charged for them, just bring a small towel with you, so that way you prevent any of that. That's what I do. Okay, will it close? Will it close? Well, can I do this? Little ribbon hanging out. Let's get this. Okay. So far one side's down. Okay. Y'all, I might be doing this. A little push and Y'all, look at that. It all fit. It all fit. How fantastic is that? So that means I got all of my clothing. So that was 5 pairs of pants, 5 shirts, probably more, because I usually pack extra, like just in case, like if you spill something on yourself or it rains and you have to change, whatever. I brought 3 dresses because I couldn't decide on my fancy night dress. So I put 3 dresses in there. 2 bathing suits, one in the small one in the big one. There's a pair of jeans, and then the rest of my pants are leggings. There's 3 regular t-shirts, and the rest are like these kind of t-shirts. I have a blazer in case it's chilly when I'm wearing the dresses, because they're all like tank top style dresses. So I took a blazer with me. I got a lot in there, and my little towel for my hair. There's a lot in there. I got a lot to fit. So I guess the next step is really crossing out what made it in. There's more than one dress. I know that. Pajamas made it in. That's the bathroom stuff. We didn't do the bathroom yet. We got to do the bathroom. That's coming. But yeah, clothes are in. We did it. So as I'm running around and I'm continuing to gather things, You may have noticed on my packing list, one of the things was listed as Bowie boots. If you're curious what Bowie boots are, these are my Bowie boots. Now I got to go and pack up my bathroom stuff. So I mentioned that there was a toiletry pouch that came with that set. This is it. It has an outer zipper, and then it has the inside stuff. This is from like when I was visiting my mom, so I actually have to kind of go through it and see what has to come out. Like this actually that stays. This is actually shower gel. And the reason that this is actually going to come with me is because on the cruise, they only have that like wall mounted 3-in-1 body wash, shampoo, you know. I prefer this. This is much nicer. And yeah, so this is going to come with me. So yeah, I'm going to collect all my toiletries and put them in my little toiletry bag. They all will fit in here. So I pretty much have all of my stuff packed. There are a few odds and ends that I can't pack until like right before I leave, you know, like my toothbrush, you know, stuff that I'm gonna be using right up till I gotta go. But let me show you sort of like the situation I'm in my luggage and how I've packed up. So in my main luggage, I still have a tremendous amount of space. And in fact, I could probably scale down into a smaller suitcase, but the way I nest my suitcases, I have all of my cosplay stuff stored in my smaller suitcases. And the amount of work it would take to sort of transplant everything, I'm not sure I want to do that. So I think I'm going to take my standard suitcase and just have a little extra space in there. So I got this magnet for my door, and I'm going to put this on my door because all of like the walls and doors and stuff are magnetic on cruise ships. And you know, I love my towel animals. I do. So I'm going to let my stateroom attendant know by putting this magnet on my door, indicating I definitely want towel animals. And I hope nobody steals my magnet. That's my big fear. I got a whole bunch of them, and I'm just worried that somebody's going to like take it off my door. I've never done this before. So it's going to be a little bit of an experiment. And I'm going to put this one on my door and hope that nobody takes it, and that my stateroom attendant finds it humorous. So I did get that. And you could see my Bowie boots I kind of put in there. Oh, and here's another Mercury tip and trick. So this is my little GPS locator. So this one is made by Tile. And basically this connects via Bluetooth to my phone. And that way I can actually see on a GPS map where this is. So if this is inside of my suitcase, if my suitcase were to go rogue, I can find this on a GPS. So that's pretty cool. So I have this in my suitcase. It's great. I haven't actually needed to use it. And I don't want to jinx myself, you know, knock on wood, but I do have it just as a precautionary thing. That's my main luggage. Now onto my carry-on bag. My carry-on bag, as we know by now, is this cool skull rolly carry-on. It's awesome. I love it. It holds the same amounts as a standard size rolly carry-on. It has two sides. So this side, that's where my fluff is going to go. That's like Tiptoe and, you know, the stuffed animal gang are going to go in that side. Then I have that pouch that I put separate. You're allowed to bring a bottle of wine, so I have my bottle of wine. I'm going to kind of wrap it up in this hoodie just to keep it from banging around or cracking or whatever. This is a hard drive since, you know, you guys are coming with me in case I have to offload any video footage. Headphones, Kindle, and my GoPro. And yeah. So I am pretty much all set and ready to go. I'm going to be sailing away before you know it, leaving from the New York area on Royal Caribbean's Liberty of the Seas. I've never been on this ship before. It's my first time going on this particular cruise. So I'm super excited. I'm going to spend 5 days. We're going to Bermuda and coming back. So we'll see what adventures we have ahead of us. And with that, I am done for the day. I hope that these tips and tricks were useful to you. And if you try them out, please let me know. I want to know if they were helpful for you also. And with that, I'm done. I'll see you all real soon. And until then, stay inspired by everyone. Take care.